to another episode of IOU.
Yeah.
We in this bitch.
No Jacob today. He's golfing right now or later.
Couldn't conveniently. Ooh, my bad.
Matchup times.
Yeah. Get a babysitter for the pod, but somehow magically has a babysitter for golfing.
Yeah, he got tea times, but not ass whooping times.
I'm sure in the next episode he'll talk about this. So
yeah, he'll come on and defend himself. It's okay,
right? He'll have this elaborated story how it just worked for this 1 hour, how he just couldn't get out of it, but he was magically free, for golfing.
Somehow he pissed the bed.
You pee your pants, Jacob. That's why you couldn't come.
No drinking after 8 p.m.
Dang.
All right, so in the chat we're having a conversation about GOAT talk, right? So with Brady retiring again, how do we feel about that? This is what, second time?
Yeah, it's the second time.
Second and official.
Do y'all think he's the best quarterback ever?
Yes.
But do you think he's the best football player ever?
No. Because Lawrence Taylor has a case.
See, I hear that a lot, but I heard you.
Jim Brown has a case.
Jim Brown.
I hear that.
Jim Brown had to play more seasons in my eyes. Jim Brown might be the greatest running back ever, but he had to play a couple more seasons.
But you're saying just like pure football player, like the best football player ever.
The best football player ever, man. You don't think it's Brady? I don't think it's Brady. Football wise,
it's whoever style of game you like, and that's who you're gonna say is the greatest player ever. And quarterbacks are overhyped. They get all the credit and then all the blame and wins and losses.
That's true.
Because
them are the coach.
Yeah.
Right. He's got to be up there. I mean, he's got to be like top 2, 3
top
football
3
players ever. Yeah,
he's got to be up in there.
Taylor, I hear a lot of people say Lawrence Taylor is the best football player ever
because of just the havoc he wreaked on the field and the fear that he instilled in offenses, and that's crazy when you think about it. Like offenses were scared to face him because of how much he just fucked up their game plan.
Are we thinking that Myles Garrett could potentially be that feared? I mean, I think he is kind of feared.
Yeah.
But see, it's different because when Lawrence Taylor was coming out, there was no left tackle.
Right.
There was left tackles, after the position was there, but the value of the left, the blind side, I'm pretty sure Lawrence Taylor broke a dude's leg in 3 spots.
Jesus.
And that's why linemen, left, the blind side is your highest paid quarterback.
Yeah,
so some shit like that doesn't happen again. Myles has that fear, but I don't think, he don't got the fear. You seen this dude break somebody's leg in a game. Myles ain't never done that. I mean, he's low-key fought somebody in the game. He's got that dog in him, you know what I mean? But it's just a different type of level. He's facing way better right tackles or left tackles than what Lawrence Taylor has ever seen in his whole life. You know what I mean?
Okay, so that's even kind of putting it. So Lawrence Taylor, he was facing talent that may have not been
up to par today.
Yeah, so Lawrence Taylor might have been Myles Garrett, or average if he was playing in today's.
But but that's no slight to Myles Garrett because I think he's a great player.
Or vice versa. Yeah, no slight to Lawrence Taylor.
Right.
Okay.
If you would have put Myles Garrett back then where Lawrence Taylor would, he might be one of the greatest of all time.
Right.
Because just imagine if Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons, or even Aaron Donald, it was he'd be talked about as the greatest player of all time.
Shit, J.J. Watt,
J.J. Watt,
T.J.
Yeah,
there's a lot of players, and that goes for every sport. You could put any one of these players in today's age back 40, 50 years ago, and they're most likely going to dominate, if not be at the top of a lot of statistical things.
We always talk about LeBron. You put him in the 50s, he's literally 100%. Going to win win everything.
I think the only era LeBron would not thrive as much as what he does in today's basis would be the 90s. Because I feel like it would be just a lot more.
LeBron wouldn't thrive in the 90s?
He would, just not to the maximum potential of what he's gotten to today.
I mean, based on his physique, I would say he would.
I just think it was a lot more
grown man basketball.
No, yeah, a lot, not like street ball in a sense.
I don't know if I completely agree with that because if Magic could exist back then, I think LeBron could. Because you got to think, Magic was LeBron.
But what if somebody were to punch Bron in his shit in the 80s? You're not seeing that today's age.
True, but Magic probably been punching his shit and he bounced back.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. That's what made them so good. You got punched in your shit and it was only a tech.
True.
Now I can foul John like that and I might get ejected.
Yeah.
And John might flop on the floor, cause a whole scene, run around the whole court, and throw his hands.
And I'm just saying, fouls back then were a lot more egregious than what they are now. People clotheslining people out the air and shit.
So can we speak on this one? Okay, so Donovan Mitchell in what's his name? Brooks.
Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks. How do you guys feel about that foul?
Oh, that was dirty.
Yeah, that was a dirty play.
That was a dirty play?
By Brooks.
Yeah. Brooks deserved to get his ass whooped. I mean, whatever Donovan gave him, he deserved.
Because there's no way you get fouled and then your arm swings up and hits him in the nuts, and then it's like, no, that's intentionally like.
But I think more fouls like that back then were more common. Yeah. And they kind of just were like.
And I
think that's what it would hurt Bron. Like, I don't think he's ever been fouled. I mean, you can get fouled so many times in a game, but like physically, like hurt, like they're trying to hurt you, not even foul you. They're physically trying to hurt you. I
like
think
keep
that
you from dunking or like anything.
Yeah. But wait a minute. So we go back to the same thing. You hit somebody in the nuts. The game 5 of the NBA Finals. Draymond Green went up and he got suspended, and that changed the whole series. Yeah, that he got suspended for that game. I think it might have been game 5. He was suspended for game 6.
Draymond's a dirty player though.
But see, so they're kind of the NBA's trying to say like, hey, look, don't hit people in the nuts. You're gonna get suspended. But still, that back in the day, that's nothing. That's a common foul.
You know who would have been, I feel like, the real GOAT if he would have existed back then, if you take him from today's game and plop him back then? Kevin Durant. Because they wouldn't have known what to do with him. A 7-foot monster.
Him or like
Curry.
Giannis too. If Giannis
I was going to say Giannis. If you put Giannis back then, bro. But that's the thing. Like,
but they would have built a tough wall for him.
And that's what I was just going to say.
Durant, like you're a 7-footer shooting threes. Like, what do we do with you, bro?
Giannis would be a little bit easier because you would have to make him shoot. Like, I'm putting 5 people in the paint. Like, I'll take a 3 seconds all day, bro. You can get this 1 point, but you ain't getting the 2 on me like that.
And I don't care who you is. Hakeem was shaking you out your shoes with that dream shake. That nigga was nasty. If you watch Hakeem highlights, like the way people was jumping.
But I think like you put him in today's age, I think he does better than what he did back then, even though he was a great player. I mean, because if you look at like Jokic and Embiid,
I would have loved him on the Cavs, like cut him a bird every time.
I know. Even like just looking at the game, I feel like Luka has kind of mastered the mid-range basketball art again, because that's like a loss. It's either a 3-point or a layup or a dunk. You don't see too much like elbow jumpers.
Kobe was doing that.
I mean, Kobe was doing that too. Bron kind of does it too, but like you just don't see it as like common. So like,
yeah, Embiid does it now, but that's what I mean about international players. We haven't brought them up yet. Like international players are changing the game, like over here, like as far as like what we digest and see, because like what he's bringing up with Luka, Embiid, you got to think about Giannis. Like the top 3, like in top 5 players, like top 3 of them are Embiid, Luka, Giannis, and then who would the other 2 be? I think they're
top. You said what? Top 5 in the NBA.
Jason Tatum.
Who'd you say? Luka
and Jokic, right? I mean, Jokic is
and Jokic. Well, yeah. So yeah.
Who'd you say?
And Jason.
So Embiid,
Luka,
Jokic, Luka, Jason Tatum. Who's the 5th one?
You say Giannis.
And Giannis.
Yeah.
That's your top 5.
Yeah, right now playing.
Right now
in
playing.
The game.
It
just
gotta
right
go.
now in today's game. In no particular order. I wasn't playing
Luka. I'm going based off right now. Like I'm starting my team right now. Luka, Bron, Giannis, Steph. And unfortunately, I gotta put fucking. Man, that's tough. I'll probably put KD in there, but if he's not healthy, I'm putting Kyrie in there.
Ooh, you would start a team around Kyrie?
Oh,
good luck, bro.
I'm toxic.
You start a team.
I'm toxic. Come on, baby.
I'm about to say, man, you got a particular taste, I see. You fall in love with the bag.
Well, who was the one person that got him in check for the majority of the time?
I mean, true. But until he want to get
Big Daddy Bron
enigmatic on you, and then he like, I think the earth flat, and you're going to be like, what, bro? Be like, this contract ain't enough. Wait, what, bro?
That's when you just gotta be. You just gotta become a yes man in situations like that. Like, When that nigga leave, that nigga crazy. It's like Debo. Like, you tell me to shut the fuck up, I'll be quiet. When he leave, I'll be talking again.
Oh man.
Do you think he's gonna get traded, Kyrie?
Oh yeah, he's out of there.
Yeah, he's out.
I would like to see him play with Luka. I think
I don't think it'll work.
Either that or see him go to the Suns.
I'm more for the Suns than Luka. I don't want him to ruin Luka, because every time Kyrie do go somewhere around somebody young, he get in their head in a bad way and shit go sideways.
Low key,
Boston Celtics.
Yeah, I think low key the prime location for him right now is the Lakers. I think.
I got a dark horse.
Keep talking my language.
I got a dark horse, but y'all not gonna like it.
Dive deeper.
Go ahead. Who are you thinking?
I think the Bucks.
The Bucks.
Kyrie and the Bucks.
Put him and Giannis together, right? So you trade Holiday, Middleton, and then probably what's his name? What's the Connaughton? Is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
Him and like 2 first-round picks.
Damn, I ain't giving that up for Kyrie.
Because I mean, the Lakers offering Russell Westbrook and 2 future-round picks. I'm not giving you a haul like that. Nah, bro.
That's not really worth it for. That's not like the return for that ain't really worth it in my eyes if I'm Brooklyn. Like, I mean, I love Russell Westbrook. That's my favorite player, but his value isn't what it used to be compared to what Kyrie's value is now.
True. I mean, it's just for the expiring contract because the Brooklyn Nets going to have to blow it up because once Kyrie leave, I think Kevin Durant going to be like, look, bro, this is why I said I wanted to leave it back at the beginning of the season. I knew some bullshit was coming. I knew it wasn't going to be serious basketball. Now we got another clown show. And then I'm going to have to drag this team to the playoffs just losing round 1 if we even get there.
What's their record right now?
They're in 4th place.
They're ahead of us by 1, I think.
But they could slide.
Man. See, that kind of throws me off though. It's like you're in 4th place. You ain't 8th. You ain't 10th. You're 4th. I mean, you're in the playoffs.
But with that team, they should be first. They should be in first place. No doubt about it. Like with a full healthy team, KD. I don't know what's going on with Ben. I don't even know if I want to put him in, consider them as their big NBA for sure. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I want to consider him even as a big 3 in their big 3.
No, he's not.
And Kyrie. And what's the other kid that just scored 40 the other day?
Cam Thomas?
Yeah, he's good, man.
Ain't shit funny, Thomas?
Yeah. Ain't shit
that
funny.
dude, yeah.
So why ain't you out? You ain't never smiling. Said, ain't shit funny.
We're in 4th place.
No, he's the type of person who will kill somebody and you can't even tell.
So as of right now, the Cavs are in 5th place. Brooklyn's in 4th place. Then you got the 76ers. Then you got the Bucks and the Celtics. In the West, you got Suns, Clippers, Kings, Grizzlies, and then the Nuggets.
The Kings are a little surprised there, but
they got a good team well, and they're young.
Yeah,
I fuck with Fox and Sabonis.
And the Jazz are up there, you said?
No, they slid down. They were up there at the beginning of the year.
Jazz is number 9.
Oh, I was about to say they slid down.
The Lakers are 13th.
God damn,
we gonna get
is that last?
The Rockets are last.
Yeah, they close.
They're in 15, but 2 spots away.
Okay.
The West wide open though. If we go on like a 5-game winning streak, we could propel.
Yeah, that's a good thing about the West. A lot of those teams are like 2-3 games apart. But that's a good thing about the East
tougher
too.
In the West, as we know, but like the East, I mean,
this year, low key, the East giving it to the West.
The East is the beast this year, man. They a problem over there. They are a problem. I ain't even gonna perp. I think the championship is gonna go to the East this year.
And honestly, even if Kyrie does get traded to the West Coast, I still think that it's still.
I don't know. If Kyrie come to the Lakers though, it might reside in LA because because that's gonna be like the Cavs team on steroids because you pretty much replace Kevin Love with Anthony Davis, and if he's healthy, that's an issue.
If he's healthy.
Because LeBron gonna volunteer to play third fiddle. Like, bro, I'm 38, and when I feel it, I'm gonna tell y'all to back off. But otherwise, you two going ball because he needs to preserve his body.
He wants to get AD the keys to the Lakers, but AD, I don't know, it's just his health. He can't stay healthy.
His bones can't hold the keys up.
He fell off the operating table. That's how you know you got bad luck.
Oh my God.
Wait, he for real?
Yeah, when he was doing when they had the surgery over I think it was this off season, he fell off the operating table.
Nigga, what?
Exactly.
Talk about bad health crisis and shit. Yeah.
But yeah, back to Bron.
Put him in a bubble.
I think he's 36 away from breaking the record.
30. Yeah, 36. 38.
So by the time this episode comes out, he's probably gonna have the record.
Yeah, he'll probably have the record.
I already said.
Congratulations.
So you think he's gonna break the record, the Oklahoma City game or the Bucks game?
I think the Bucks.
I think he does it Oklahoma, so that way they talk about it all Bucks game.
I mean, for him to drop 36 though.
I told
it's not impossible.
I told Eric that so this is my NBA conspiracy. This is how the Illuminati works. This is how it's gonna go down, right? Start the game against the Bucks, or not the Bucks, the Thunder. Score 10, get hurt, right? Make it a manageable game to do it against either the Bucks
and or the
Golden State to remind one of them two teams who the fuck LeBron James really is.
I can see him doing it against Golden State.
There's that, but then I think about his brand. The reason why I think he does it earlier in the week is because the Super Bowl is coming up, and he doesn't want his record to be drowned out by the Super Bowl media coverage.
Yeah, he might do it. Is it tonight? Is he playing tonight?
Pro Bowl is tonight.
Yeah, no, I'm saying is LeBron playing tonight?
No, he plays on either the 7th, which was against OKC, and then the 9th is against the Bucks.
He's doing that before. He's doing it before the Super Bowl.
No, not today
for sure.
That's what I'm saying. He wants coverage for his brand and everything. Because once the Super Bowl come up, that's all the media going to talk about. Because they're not really LeBron heavy anymore. You know, talking about him. So he going to make sure he gives them a reason to talk about him for a few days, and then goes back to being nothing. But it would be special if he did break it against the Bucks, because that's Kareem's former team. So
that's why I think it's kind of scripted. Like, it's kind of meant for him to do it against the Bucks, ironically. But you know, things happen. But we'll see.
Yeah, the Lakers' next 3 games are all prime time, so you know.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Like one of these,
it's about to go crazy.
Yeah. I think they said in Oklahoma City there was a ticket selling for $92,000 to watch that game.
I mean, that's not that bad, right? I mean, you get the experience, history being made. You're in debt after the game is over. You know, overall, I think that's a solid investment.
Well, he could be like that dude from Houston, the mattress dude.
Yeah.
He spent
millions of dollars.
$2 million for the. Who was in the TCU to win in the thing and lost it?
Sick. He's sick.
Now, wait, so LeBron passes, Kareem has a scoring championship or scoring title, all these other things he's done. I'm a homer, man. I think he is the greatest player of all time.
I'm going to give it to him only because of everything he's done, his whole body of work. And I mean, I understand Jordan's prime was something to marvel at, but you got to marvel at a whole career. This man, from the day he started to the day he finished, no 2 retirements. He gave us all he got. He always put up big minutes, big numbers, and he didn't get any of his records off of just longevity. It's because he was putting in the work at a high level. So I got to tip my cap to him, because we've never seen the shit he's doing. Yeah,
I will say he's been consistent literally throughout his whole career. He's averaging damn near the same points as he was when he first came into the league. Like, that's impressive. Over a 20-year span, like...
And ain't tired yet, bro. And
you got to give it to him. Yeah.
And then think about it. He's going to be the all-time scorer. Top 5 in assists, and then top 10 in rebounding. Like, who else can say that? With 4 rings, 10 final trips, maybe 11 if he gets Kyrie.
I think that the finals trips, even though he's lost, even though his record is shit. That's where a lot of
people like.
But even though his record's shit, just to say that he got there, like, okay, yeah, Jordan got there 5 times, and he won all 5 times, and that's all he got, though. He never... LeBron had the chance to win it.
LeBron went to 8 straight.
Bruh.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
that's where another thing, like, where people kind of slight him, like, he went to 8 straight, and, like, he only won...
It's tough teams, but at least he got through all the way. Some of them, he was... I really enjoyed the Spurs battle they had, the Miami Spurs. So the Spurs won the first one, and then they won the second one. Was that how that went?
No, they won the first one. Spurs won the second one. I think they won the last one.
That was just fun. That was fun.
No,
they lost to Miami lost to
Dallas.
Then
they beat the Spurs.
Then they beat OKC.
Oh, that is right. Yeah.
Then they beat the Spurs, and then they lost because they were supposed to three-peat that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And then he left. Right? No, lost in the finals. Won, lost. Yeah, then he left.
But yeah, I completely agree. I'm glad that this era of media heads are trying to adapt. Like, why are we punishing people for getting to the
pinnacle?
Yeah. Like, that don't make sense. Like, your legacy pretty much wouldn't take a hit if you lost earlier on. Like, that don't make sense to me.
Yeah, exactly. So okay, we're putting Jordan on the pedestal for not losing in that championship game, but not for not making it. How many 14 years of his rest of his career? You know, it's like,
yeah.
I mean,
that he just had his first round exit last year, right? Was it they were on like the bubble and they lost or something?
He won in the bubble.
Yeah. Oh, but they didn't win the first. They got kicked out in the first round.
Yeah.
The next year, you're saying?
No.
LeBron. That's pretty.
No, they won the championship bubble.
No. I'm saying, sorry, the 9-10 seed game. They won that game, then they got kicked out.
Of the actual first round. Yes.
So he's never lost in the first round until he's been to the Lakers.
No, I think, I'm about to say, he lost.
He was, 37 years old?
Yeah, literally.
You can't hold that against him, like a 37-year-old getting bounced in the first round of the playoffs, like you're still holding him to a 25-year-old standard.
You're
exactly
a granddad in the league at 37.
I mean, the people be like, my dad played against you in your first game.
Like, that would kick me out there. Like, I'm playing against your son. I'm busting your son ass, too. But, like, still, like, that's impressive. Like, and hopefully, fingers crossed, he gets to play with his son in the league. Like, I think that's his end goal in a sense. Like he wants to play with his son at least 1 or 2 seasons, and then
I think he plays with him for a season, both of them for 1 season. So he played with Bronny for 2 and Bryce with 1. Then he's gonna try to coach him.
You think until Bryce comes,
or he's gonna try to own a team and then recruit them both?
I think they're going to play against each other. I don't think they're going to play with each other.
Think about, like, I don't think there's ever been a father-son duo in the NBA at the same time, but to have 2 of your kids to do it, bro, like, that's going to be extremely hard to do. And to have that as an accolade, like, that's something probably nobody could take from you.
And that's what I'm saying.
Saying I play with both of my sons in the NBA.
And that's just something else to marvel at.
And he spent more of his adult life in the NBA than actually being alive. Like, he spent more years in the NBA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Kobe. Kobe spent more time on the court than actually having a life.
That's impressive, man.
And you got to think about how many times he's been away from his kids and didn't see certain things. Like, now I think that's his gratitude of giving it back. Actually being able to share the same floor that I sacrificed to not be there on certain situations. I'm thinking about it from a bigger issue, you know?
Macro, for sure.
I don't know, man. I think,
but low key, I'm gonna answer your question, John. I don't know, man. He's the GOAT, but I don't know if he's my GOAT. If that makes sense.
Interesting.
He ain't my GOAT. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I'm picking one person over Bron, it's Jordan. I'm sorry. I just feel like Jordan will cut you and not think twice about it. Bron might you know what I mean? He might look at Kyrie like, should I do it? Like, Jordan's already knifing the juggler, you're already dead type shit.
Right? Should I do it? Mike is in his neck already.
After the fact, you'll ask. Like, no, I mean, yeah, I think we all have different GOATs. If I had to choose one, I'm gonna go with Kobe.
Yeah,
he's my GOAT.
Yeah.
But he's like the replica of Jordan because I didn't get to see Jordan play his whole career. But if I could have, it would have been Kobe. But I would say no. 1, 2, 3. It's definitely
one of those 3. I don't care how you want to put it, man. Like, if you have a solid argument for putting Bron, Jordan, or Kobe 1, I can understand why.
Right, exactly.
I won't be one of those people like, no, like you can't look at it like that way. If one of those 3 people are your bona fide GOATs, depending on how your next. So let's say none of those 3 are in your top 5 or are the 2, then I might judge you.
Your third. I might judge your third more than your second. Low key.
Yeah, low key.
Low key, like, who you put in third?
You can start a franchise by any of them.
Right.
I mean, that's pretty goated right there. Yeah, I don't know.
That's tough.
That's hard. I got to think on that.
Because some people go like Bron, Jordan, and then like Shaq.
Shaq is probably the most dominant basketball player ever.
Like, Shaq's top 5 for me.
Definitely top 5.
He's actually my third.
People don't put him in top 5 though, for some reason.
And talk to an older person, they might pick Kareem because he's had a storied career from high school all the way through. Barely lost.
It's like that Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, never lost on a Saturday till he ran into the Chiefs. It just is what it is.
I fucking hate them, man.
Yeah, we can talk about that off pod. I don't want to get into that.
I mean, but you gotta give them their flowers and appreciate what they're doing because I mean, the Chiefs kind of were like the Browns. You know, they were just like a middle in the pack franchise.
Oh no, I'm not talking about like the football. I'm talking about the tomahawk. If we got to change our shit, man, I'm just saying.
I feel you.
But I think that the Super Bowl's coming up. I personally think that it's going to be the Chiefs. So it's Chiefs, Philly. I do think that Patty's going to add to his career.
Resume.
Yeah, his resume here.
I'm not going for it.
No?
Nope.
I'm going with Philly.
Ooh, this is going to be interesting. We're going to be talking about our parlays the next day.
I mean, I already got my bets placed, but like,
Yeah, you showed me earlier.
I do think that like how the NFL is scripted, they want Kansas City to win, but like I keep seeing these ads of like Philly. It's gonna be a high scoring game.
Yeah.
So
I'm going in the 30s somewhere.
I'm going +3 Philly.
Plus
3 Philly. I can see that happening.
It's definitely come down to like a field goal.
Yep, might as well want to say I can see that happening.
Yeah, that ain't bad.
Who you taking, Cliff?
I'm taking the Chiefs all the way because what I seen a report, even though he's not like a starter or anything, but one of the Eagles players got busted for a rape.
Oh yeah, I seen that shit.
And I feel like even
that cloud of smoke around the team.
How ironic is that?
And now if they win, it's just a testament to like their discipline and not letting distractions distract them. But I feel like distractions like that right before the Super Bowl is the type of shit that you do not need, and it can throw your game off.
I think I was reading something that the Chiefs rookies or something, they like something happened just recently. They're putting in extra hours to like help it with any way they can. That's what the article said. Like they're just trying to be helpful. Like we trying to win. So I can appreciate that. Everybody on that is on board with that team.
Well, fuck yeah. You telling me if I could ride the bench all year and have a chance to win the fucking ring? Like, let's go. Come on, John. What do you need me to do?
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, give me the Chiefs minus 5.5. I think they win by like a touchdown because Patty's just going to do Patty things. Mm-hmm. And then this is going to be one of his greatest Super Bowls because his leg is fucked up.
What is the actual spread? You gotta know.
Oh yeah, look that up real quick, Ash. And I'm taking the over on whatever the points is because I think it is going to be high.
I think the points over is like 62.
Let's see. Damn.
Yeah, because
I can see that happening. They'll score 30-some points.
Because the Eagles been putting up like 30.
They scored 4 fucking rushing touchdowns. Bro, I'm still heated about that shit, bro. I needed 2 passing touchdowns.
Yeah, AJ Brown.
4.
Oh, right now it's 1.5.
Wow.
1.5?
Close.
I'm taking that Chiefs all day, baby.
Chiefs 1.5.
I'm taking the 1.5, the money line. You know.
What's the over?
Hold on. The over. Let's see.
50 points?
50 points.
Run it.
50 and a half?
Yeah, that's easy.
Run it.
Run that up. They
Interesting.
can easily score 20.
Plus Jason
24,
Kelce. Plus
27
Jason
points.
Kelce has the best dance move in the NFL right now.
Mhm. I
See the
seen
video
that
of
shit.
him trying to do like the I just want to rock dance.
No.
Oh my god,
That shit's hilarious.
Let's see if I'll pull it up, man. He was celebrating a touchdown with the running back.
Mm-hmm.
He was like trying to do it, and he was like, no shade to white people, but like he had the stiffest moves you've ever seen in your life. Like
No rhythm.
none at all.
So I seen earlier that they having a petition for Jason and Travis's mom to coin flip the
I seen that.
coin toss. I think that'd be pretty dope if
That'd be
they
dope.
let that happen.
And have her do it in one of those split jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see that. Okay.
So he scores a touchdown. That's how you do the dance, and then here he goes in the background.
What the hell? You look like a broken toy.
Let's show from a different angle. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Here's a better angle.
He looked like a broken
He had the
toy.
concept right.
Yeah, he's just like stiff though. Like, I think that's funny though, but like culture appropriation, like that's probably like my favorite part about the whole NFL celebrations. Like you get to see these creative dance moves, and like I'm more so excited about the halftime show.
Because
Riri.
My girl performing. My wife understands this though, but Rihanna, she's been away for a long time, but
Welcome back.
Everybody else, Flash be making the funniest videos about him
my
and her
gosh.
online.
like they're married, they already have kids together. Like
What?
Yeah,
Who?
do you know Isaiah Noble?
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
sounds
Flash.
familiar.
it kind of sound like people just make these like they'll crop out their face on like somebody else's like me and Rihanna have been together for X amount of years, but like they've never even had a conversation before. Like he's that person. Like
Just knowing him briefly like that, I wouldn't expect him to do this, something like that. I don't know.
He's hilarious, bro.
That's
It's funny.
that's
Like,
awesome.
he crops his face over ASAP Rocky's face and shit. He talking to her like she done broke his heart or like he about to come pick her up and shit. Like it's so funny. Be in her DMs and shit.
yeah. So
He said, so what would you like for dinner tonight? I don't know you.
Yeah, y'all got.
I'm at the store. You need me to pick you up anything? Unanswered, not seen. Yeah. But let's see. GOAT talk. We talked a little bit about Brady, but we talked about LeBron and who else, man?
Y'all don't watch enough baseball to ask me who y'all goats is.
Oh, Ken Griffey Jr. is my. I mean,
All right, I respect that. My
wait, so
brother. That's
who's
why.
the go to baseball?
Who's the go to baseball?
I mean, for me personally, it's Jeter, just because I love his storied career.
See, a lot of people will nag him for that because WAR is like wins above replacement. So like,
Okay.
so let's say he saves the team like 10 wins, let's say your WAR is plus 10, so you're on average winning 10 plus games on a team that doesn't have you or does have you. Jared Jeter has one of the statistically low WARs for being such a actually like highly accoladed athlete in baseball. Like he's a 5-time World Series MVP, Rookie of the Year. His first ever home run came against the Indians.
But statistically,
some of his statistics kind of backfire on him. If
got you. Okay.
A lot of people say like Barry Bonds is the GOAT. Pre-steroid era, he had like 3 MVPs before he started even doing steroids. Now he got like, I think he got like 6 or 7.
They got to bring steroids back.
Man.
I would be for it in baseball just because I'm trying to see some motherfuckers crank some shit out the
Well, I think they got away with steroids and they started doing like weighted balls.
Yeah.
So like they did like more hollower balls, like weighted balls. So like if you could get away with a heavier ball that's gonna fly off the bat further and faster, I mean, what's the point of doing PEDs? You know,
right?
But I think that's any sport. Like if a player does something so amazing, it's like drug test. There's no way you're dropping
Donovan Mitchell
70 points in the game, which. It was a lane violation on that game. They didn't call it, but like, he was not supposed to drop 70 points that game. But
what do you mean?
Like there's a lane violation
on the free throw. He like crossed the line. How do you shoot a free throw and catch your own rebound and lay it up?
Yeah, you got to do something. You're violating.
Luka did it.
Yeah.
But that play was lucky as fuck, though.
Right. But now, if you see it in slow motion, like he crossed the line, he like before it hit the ground, he like somehow caught it and threw it back up. Like it was an impressive game, though.
Yeah, where I don't get mad at the refs swallowing their whistles because sometimes through allowing a violation, you allow magical shit to happen, like the Luka game and shit like that. Sometimes it's like, you know what? Let me just let this shit ride out and see what happens. And then some crazy shit happen. You're just happy for it.
I think to answer your question, who's my GOATs in baseball? It would have to be. So I can't pick one because I feel like they're both very indistinguishable and they both did a lot for both of us. It's got to be Jackie Robinson and Roberto Clemente. Like those are the 2 first pioneers that like really did anything for
I can see that
colored people. You know what I mean? And they were actually really fucking good at what they did too. So they both have championships under their belts. They both have MVPs. Like, and just the amount of, adversity they both had to overcome just to even actually make it to the league, I feel like that's a lot harder than anything else than anybody else has ever done.
I feel you. Can't argue with that.
Yeah, see, I don't watch baseball enough to like have a GOAT, but I probably would agree on those 2 just based off of what I've seen thus far with baseball.
And then if I had to pick like normal people, like Ted Williams. He won a World Series, went to World War II, came back, and then won another World Series. Like, that's fucking balling to me. He was a fighter pilot too.
Damn.
So it's like, like you up there in the air to shoot motherfuckers down, come back, get another ring. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, that's badass.
Ken Griffey Jr. He's up there for me. I don't think he's ever won a ring, but he was the reason you would look back and like that's why you like watching baseball. He made it fun. He made it like
I was gonna say
he made it like his nickname was the Kid because like that's what he was. He's just a big ass kid on the field.
He was MLB's Tiger without all the excess of money. He just made it cool to play baseball and want to be a part of the culture.
I feel like he's the first person to bring like swag to baseball.
Yeah, for sure. And like after it was Mark McGwire and Barry Bonds. They got busted for PEDs, and then it's like
well, they were playing at the same time.
Yeah, and then Griffey was like, I'm not he didn't say it, but like
right.
So those were like the top 3 at one point. So those 2 were like marked off, and it's like Griffey's the clean one,
right? Yeah, and if you look at Griffey's stats, Griffey missed like 5 whole seasons like of injuries, like
wow,
like legitimately 5 whole seasons. So if you take his average of everything he did in his full season that he did actually like play, he'd be top 3 in hits, top 2 in home runs. He'd be top 5 in RBIs. I think he'd be like top 5 in on base percentage, which is fucking unheard of. That's like Bron being top 10 in almost every category. So like if he was healthy enough to actually be dominant and have the longevity like Bron did, no question about it, Ken Griffey Jr. would be the GOAT.
Wow, shit.
Well, damn.
Look it up.
Yeah, no,
trust me, I done did my stats, bro, man. There's seasons where he ain't getting MVP, and I'm like, how he's hitting like 46 home runs, 130 RBIs, 300 on base percentage, 322 batting average. I'm like, what? This is unheard of.
GOATs for sure, though. But just to like close on like the LeBron conversation, I am excited to see like the documentary they create on when he started to how he's finished. Like,
I need the 2016 finals first, though.
Man,
I need that documentary.
I'm catching chills thinking about 2016.
And then you can do
that was a hell of a year.
Oh fuck,
you think about it. Kobe retired. Cavs won the championship.
Indians almost won the World Series.
It was a lot going on in 2016.
We were fucking 1 out away.
And LeBron's documentary gonna feel like a 4 or 5 part series because you're gonna like literally watch his high school. I feel like it's only right to put that little cataclysm together, and then you're gonna see the beginning years of the Cavs, and then you're gonna watch the Miami years, and then you're gonna see the Cavs, and then you're gonna see the Lakers. That's just gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be post. Like all the like movies and directing and shit he's been doing.
Legit, LeBron's been in the league so long. He's been in the league so long, or long enough to become a villain. He was a hero at first. He was a villain. Like, he's literally played all these characters. So, like, it's going to be interesting.
He's literally been in the league damn near almost all my life. I'm 27. He's been in the league 21 years.
Yeah. You know what commercials I wish he would bring back just one time?
The Muppets.
Either the Muppets or the one like where he played all of his personalities.
He was like in the pool, like, I got this young blood. And it's like, oh my God.
Yeah, I missed the one with him and Kobe.
Oh, Lord.
No, yeah, they definitely got excited, though. That's going to be awesome.
For sure.
But, hey, you know what? Real quick, shout out to the stat people, man. The stat takers, all this. Like, just to make sure you got it right. I don't know. Like, that's important.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and to know that, you know, Kareem's number is like, that's it. His career is over, is done with. So, like, to have LeBron, you know, encroaching that, and just in general, having people just, I don't know, like, that's your body of work. You know? So it matters.
It is dope. I mean, they get to watch a free game, but they're not even able to enjoy the game because they have to watch literally everything going on at one time. Like, damn it, was that a foul?
Who turned that over?
Right.
Bum ass man.
Not even like, I feel like you can watch, like, so like every person is designed to watch like one team, right? There's 30 something people that do it. It's just adding everything up. Like, all right, he was 100 for 25, and now you know what I mean, going back in there and adjusting. Now he's 105 for 145. Like, damn, this motherfucker just missed 20 jump shots. Like, like now, and I feel like that would be the hardest thing, going back in and just changing every single little thing.
They probably got it on an
day.
Excel sheet, so that way they just type it in and it just automate like the numbers and shit. Because could you imagine trying to do the percentages?
Bruh.
That's what I'm saying. Like, all right, today,
yeah, that'd be a cool job. I would like to like see what they do, like how they do it.
That is interesting. I would too. Might have to look into that. They probably got a YouTube video on it.
Yeah. How you take stats?
Yeah. But all right, we about to round it up.
Yeah, we can go into our mental health check. John, how you feeling, man?
Me? Shit, I ain't gonna lie. I went out to Cleveland last night. I got a headache. I'm not drunk still, but I got a headache. I went to the piano bar. It was pretty cool. It was in the Flats.
Motherfucker gets a piano in his house for 1 week, goes to a piano bar.
Sounds magical, though.
Yeah, it was cool. They did like requests, so you would go up there. Some people would pay. Some people you just put it on the piano. They would like if you pay, it was like you get like a little bit of like a priority. I didn't shit. You know me. I ain't pay nothing. I was like, shit. Go ahead and play what you gonna play. I'm here enjoying it. So
these ears are for free, baby.
Right. But no, it was cool. Good week. We had a podcast meeting on Friday. Jacob was there. He's not here today, but we had a good meeting. It was. It felt good. It felt like we're moving in the right direction.
Yep.
So,
shout out to Too Much Kitchen for the food.
Yeah. So everything's good, man. I'm gonna give myself a 9.5.
That's good stuff.
9.5.
Gabe?
I'll go second. I'm not as high as John, not yet, at least. But I would say like I'm like a 7.5. We had a productive meeting on Friday. That was really fun. Yesterday I had a little bit of a bad day, boiling over in today. But you know, it's early in the day. I'll get it out the way. So for right now, I'm like a 7.5. Everything else, I'm cool with.
Not bad. I'm probably at a 9 because it's not too high, not too low. I'm drunk as fuck still. I ain't gonna lie. I need something.
Who was y'all drinking though?
Yeah.
Everything?
No.
On the company's dime, I would have
anything.
So we started off at Olive Garden, and I had an Italian rum punch there.
Ooh.
And then when we went to Redmond's, I started off with Henny. And then I did another shot of Henny. And then I had a Bud Light. And then we did 2 Jello shots and then more Henny. And then we went to offshore to get some food. And then we had a Bud Light and Patron there.
Where's that at?
Jeez. Oh, it was the Patron that
That's,
like
across
yeah.
from Wendy's.
We were all dark to the
Oh,
Patron.
okay.
Oh man,
Yeah, it was fucked up.
Damn.
I'm catching chills thinking about that. Yeah.
But hey, I won in bowling yesterday. Our team won. Carried us, but I did.
What'd you throw?
Go.
How'd you throw yesterday?
I threw terrible, bro. Like every time I go to the bowling alley, I have a certain ball that I bowl with, and I went yesterday and it wasn't there.
Everybody.
Why don't you just take it? Express this to you. I don't condone stealing, okay? But if you constantly are going to the same thing, asking for the same exact equipment, you might as well just put it away for you and no one else. It's not really stealing; it's just securing it.
Wait, and low key, they might even appreciate you. Like if you would go up and ask, like Redmond, like, "Hey, dude, could you? I'm trying to get into bowling. Do you mind if I just take this one with me?
Or just rent a locker and put it in the locker."
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie. I walked into the bowling alley. I was walking along the wall. I'm like, I don't see my ball. I'm literally walking in front of people like, you got my ball over there? No.
You go into someone's lane and pick it up. Like, there you are.
Using this? Like,
I was looking for my yellow 13 and didn't have it.
Yeah. No,
but I bowled 132 and then I bowled, mind you, I ain't played in like 3 years, so I was kind of happy. 132 and then I bowled 126 and then a 146.
Nice.
So knocking the rust off.
Can we create a bowling team for us?
I could get it started.
Yeah, just let me know the information. So for me, mental health, I'm gonna say I'm at a 8.5. Eat some food in my life.
Is it a 9 now?
Well, John's touched me now. It's a 9. No.
It's rising.
I'm coming off a month of not drinking, so like now I'm like trying to like ease back into it, and like my body feels weird. I don't know, like it's not used to like the liquor anymore. I don't know, like I had at the meeting I had like a half a shot. I came home, I had a headache. I'm like, what is going on? Like,
maybe might have been like a caffeine headache.
Maybe I don't know, because like I had the half a shot and then a glass of wine, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to bed. It's too much.
And you're not 30 yet, are you?
No,
it's gonna smack different than 30. I promise you.
You should give it 2 months.
But like on our cruise, I got the drink package. So I'm like, man, I gotta build my tolerance back up. Because it's 15 drinks a day, so it's like I'm getting my money's worth. Even if I'm like on the deck, like passed out, I'm getting my money's worth. Like I need another one, Sarah. We gotta cut you off. No, give me a straw or something. Like we're gonna make this happen. So, but yeah, that's where I am.
There you go.
Oh yeah, Jacob's not here. Of course, he went golfing.
Hope it went well.
Yep.
Hope you're hitting it straight.
Right.
He is gonna need it because come summertime, we got a lot of bets going. Yeah. He's going to sponsor. We ain't
talking about FanDuel, baby.
He's going to sponsor my Starbucks per usual. So,
I think Michael Jordan heard this conversation because this quote in gym is from him. Nice. You have to expect things of yourself before you can do them.
Straight from the GOAT himself. It's been an episode of It's On Us. Again, follow us on Spotify, Apple, Podbean, wherever you listen to podcasts, and catch you next time.
Did you drop a sponsor, Josh?
Oh shit.
We can.
I was thinking about it right when you
said